Alright, I know what you guys are thinking. You probably are reading the title and you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? But welcome back, everybody. Today I'm here to talk about something really interesting and more of a discussion video, and I want to know what you guys think about this because I've heard people say this before as well. Right now there's a lot of speculation and theories about what's going on with the finale because we know it's delayed. So we don't know, there's a lot of time to talk about what's going to happen in this finale because it is delayed for the time being. And I've heard a lot of theories about who people think will die and who will, survive, and, this and that about the Whisperers. But today I want to talk about something because I did find something a little bit interesting in one of the promo images, and that is the possibility of Daryl dying. Now, it's not only the promo image, there's also some other stuff relating to the comic book. So I guess if you're a comic book reader and you aren't caught up with it, I'm going to be talking about something that happens in issue 167. So I guess if you're a comic book reader and you aren't caught up with the comics, or if I know some people don't really care about it, but just in case, if you are a comic book reader and you don't want to know what happens in issue 167, because that is kind of like the part where we are in the show right now. But again, some people just watch the show and they don't read the comics, which is totally fine. I just don't want to spoil it for those people, just in case I did want to give that little spoiler warning. But yeah, we're gonna talk about why I think the possibility of Daryl dying is open, and there's some more backing up to it. It's not just the comic book thing, some things that Angela came up and saying. But yeah, I think I've teased you guys enough. Let's get into the conversation. Obviously, I guess spoiler warning, like I said, with the comics, and also TV show in case you aren't caught up. Just general spoiler warning stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this is the image I wanted to talk about. So look at this image now. This got released a while back, and honestly I didn't even notice this at first, but when I was editing my last video, I was looking at this image, and when I zoomed in, I noticed I knew this is like Daryl navigating his way through the herd of walkers, Beta's herd, but look like what's right behind him. That is a Whisper. Now I had to zoom in to see that because from far away, this is like a Twitter post, it's a very small image, and from far away I did not even notice that was a Whisper. I thought it was just like a walker. And this is from the finale. There's even a shot of Daryl in the trailer right here, like he's covered himself in walker guts, and he's again navigating himself through the herd of walkers. That's what it looks like they're all gonna do. And this is the finale. Remember that, this is the finale. I made a video talking about the finale and how the executive producer also gave us saying not everyone will survive, and I think that is sort of inevitable in a way. I feel like this is the last stand for Beta. I just feel like he's not just gonna die. I feel like there's gonna be some consequences to this entire thing. There's gonna be consequences to killing Alpha. Now it is gonna be the final battle. I'm sure Beta is not gonna survive it. I would be shocked if he does, unless he just runs away and just disappears. But I just don't see Beta joining the good side or anything like that. So I think Beta will go down this episode. I think they will kill him, but I also think that there's gonna be some consequences to that. There's gonna be just care. It makes sense. Everyone surviving. I just feel like it wouldn't really work. Look at this. It's a gigantic horde of walkers. It just would feel weird if everyone makes it out. But anyways, yeah, this is a Whisper right behind Daryl, and looking at this image, I'm just sort of thinking if this I don't think Daryl notices the Whisper, because there's no way Daryl notices the Whisper, because he would definitely, maybe he does, because he's kind of looking in that direction. He doesn't want to make any noise because there are walkers around him. So maybe he notices the Whisper, maybe not, but it doesn't really matter, because the point is the Whisperer could just stab Daryl or cut Daryl. Even if he cuts Daryl a little bit with a knife, he's in danger because walkers can smell the blood and they would start eating Daryl. So that's why I saw this image, and when I zoomed in I saw that Whisperer. I just had these thoughts. I was like, oh my goodness, what if something happens to Daryl? So let me know what you guys think about that. If you think that's possible. I mean, he doesn't even have to kill Daryl, make a big scene in all the, because even he would get caught. If he makes too big of a scene, the walkers would notice he's also a Whisperer and would get him. So I feel like even if he does just gives Daryl a little bit of a cut, Daryl's in danger. So let me know what you guys think about that. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I also want to talk a little bit about the comics and what that could mean for this moment in the TV show. So in the comics at this moment, there is a big character who ends up dying during this time when Beta attacks Alex. It's a little bit different in the comics, but it's pretty much the same premise where Beta attacks with a gigantic horde of walkers towards the end of the Whisper War. And that big character who dies in the comics, I gave a spoiler warning already, is Andrea. Now, Andrea is long gone in the TV show. You know, she died way back in season 3. So, and in the comics, though, that was like a big character who died during this moment. Like a big character, you know, she was essentially like the Michonne of the show right now. Things are way different, not way different, but things are a bit different in the TV show. Like, Rick is still there, and you know, Andrea and Rick are together in the comics. In case, I'm sure everyone knows that already, but in the comics, Andrea and Rick are together, and this is Andrea dying. So in a way, like, think about that. That's a big character. That would be like if Michonne dies during this moment in the TV show, if it was exactly like the comics. But both Michonne is gone, Rick is gone, Andrea's gone. So it is a bit different in the TV show, but I do think, you know, with The Walking Dead, they do change characters who die. Like, you know, they still keep it. Like we saw with Negan, there was still a character who got killed by Negan. The Pikes characters got killed by the Pikes. And the interesting thing about the Pikes was that it was a big death, so we all knew it was coming. But pretty much all the people who died in the Pikes were different than in the comics. So the point I'm trying to get at here is that the big characters who end up dying in the TV show or in the comics, during those moments, it usually happens. You know, it's going to be different on each, you know, thing on the comics and the TV show. But for the most part, the big deaths do happen. So now do I think that a big character could potentially die in this moment, in this finale? I say yes and no. I say yes because, you know, looking at the track history, it usually does happen. You know, they usually stay true to the comics and don't, you know, cancel out big moments like that. And this is a pretty big moment in the comics. And then I also sort of like say no because there's already so many big characters who have left the show, like Rick, Maggie, Michonne. Now Maggie is coming back, so maybe that's their excuse for saying, okay, we brought back Maggie, so now we're gonna take out a main character. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think Daryl could potentially die? I mean, I can't even imagine it, but I don't know. Just looking at this image, like the Whisperer is like right behind them. So let me know what you guys think. Now, there's a little bit more backing up to this, which is why that's why I made like a video on this, because there's so much here. I want to know what other people think. So in the comics, when this happens to Andrea, it's a bit of a cliffhanger. Like, it happens at the end of the issue, like she gets bitten or revealed that she got bitten, and then we don't find out until the next issue. And now this is a finale. And if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, Angela King, the showrunner, teased that season 10 will end in a cliffhanger. There was a lot of I didn't make a video about it, but it was, I'm sure everyone knows because it was a bunch of articles talking about it. But Angela did say that there's gonna be a bit of a cliffhanger in season 10. Now, at the time, it was like, you know, speculation about the Commonwealth and stuff like that. That was way before we found out the episode was gonna get delayed. So that was a while ago. But looking back to that news, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's going to be like, you know, virtually similar to the comics, where at the end of the episode we find out that Daryl got bitten by a walker or a stab. Well, I mean, I don't think a stab would kill him. I think the walkers are the problem because they would probably sense the blood. But you get the point. Like, you know, we're going to find out something at the end of the episode, like maybe while Daryl's navigating through the herd, a walker bites him or something. But again, it doesn't have to be Daryl. I just think this is a big moment in the comics, which I think, again, they don't really skip over big moments in the TV show. You know, they could change up the character like they have done in the past, but they don't skip over the big moments. So let me know what you guys think about that. You know, I know there's a lot of evidence that say like Daryl's not gonna leave the show because he is last remaining, like, I mean, him and Carol from season 1, but Daryl's like a fan favorite. You know, us losing Rick and Michonne and Maggie for a while, there's no way they're gonna take out Daryl. Also, there's rumors that he signed like a 3-year deal with AMC. But again, you know, I think The Walking Dead has changed. You know, it's not as predictable, I think. You know, especially with that Sadiq thing in the beginning of the season. Like, I don't think anyone really saw that coming because that's way different in the comics, you know? Like, Sadiq, that does not even happen to Sadiq. And, you know, with Sadiq, Carl brought him in and there was this big thing. Like, Carl ended up dying for Sadiq. So I might be speaking for myself here, but I felt like Carl would I felt like Sadiq would be there to the end, because Carl essentially gave up his life for Sadiq, you know, and then they killed Sadiq. So, I just feel like it's not predictable, which is a great thing, honestly. It really is. Having The Walking Dead not be predictable is awesome, and things could, anything could happen. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I know a lot of people are gonna say like, no way, Daryl's not gonna die, and I totally get that, because I don't even like buy it 100%. I just wanted to make this discussion video discussing it, just because when I was editing my last video, I zoomed in on this photo of Daryl and I saw that whisper behind him. And I swear, like, I almost like stopped making that video I was making and was gonna make this video, because like I was so shocked. I was like, how did I not see that? Because this image got released a while back, a couple weeks ago, when they announced it, that the season 10 finale will be getting postponed. And I never noticed that walker, or that whisper right behind him. I thought it was a walker. But again, yeah, I am gonna wrap it up there for this video. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. We're still going to be posting a lot of Walking Dead videos leading up to the finale, and all the news we get. So be sure to subscribe for more content. But with that being said, I'll see you guys later.